Okay, so my job history. I've had in Ohio since I've been here. Okay, so my first job I worked was at HTI. I worked there. I don't know exactly the year, but I started working there when I was in school. It was actually a nice job. It was actually a really nice factory. I was actually working an office job, as funny as it sounds. And it's not like an office job, but like I was doing like calculations and stuff for the place. So it was actually a nice job. My next job, I was working at the YMCA. I worked there for 4 months. It's actually cool. I cleaned pools, was picking up leaves and just cleaning, and cleaned like the gymnasium and stuff a few times, and it's actually fun. I always remember that job. I worked at what was my third job? Oh, I worked at Ivy Tech. It's a factory in Bucyrus. It's a nice job. It was actually, I mean, it paid well, and it was kind of, oh, what's the word for it? It was tedious. Like it was like you had to like, it was almost kind of a hard job for real. It was like you had to be able to like do certain stuff and everything. And I mean, I'm not saying I was just up for it. I'll be completely honest, because I didn't just stay, but like it was a job. Like you had to be like ready to do that job every single day. You had to be on it for real. I mean, there's some type of jobs in order anyways, but that was definitely one type of jobs. I didn't end up just staying there because it's in Bucyrus, but yeah, I had that job. I worked at McDonald's for like 4 months. It wasn't that bad of a job. It wasn't for me though. I'm definitely not no McDonald's worker. I worked at my next job. I worked at where did I work? I worked at Skyline for 3 years, which is actually cool because I stayed and never missed a day for 3 years. It's actually a very nice job. I ended up being able to work with people more. I could be in front of people a lot more, and it actually worked out. I really enjoyed it, like for real. I liked meeting the people and everything, and I don't have no regrets of doing that at all. I worked at Taco Bell. I worked there for 2 months. That was a little too not me. It just wasn't just me. Like I probably wouldn't just work there again, but okay, I had to hurry. My next job, I worked at Jay's Industries. I worked there a year. Then I worked there another year. So that's very nice and very nice place to work. Actually, it really is. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better job for real. I love my job for real. I do. And I don't regret that at all. I'm trying to think if there's another job. Oh, I work at Taylor Metals too. It wasn't just for me, but I mean, it was a job. I also worked at Church's Chicken. I was a team leader for maybe like a year and a half. I worked there probably like 2 years. I think it was around there. But I mean, there were just certain people around there in which I had to kind of find another job anyways because I was ready. So that kind of happened. And I worked at CC's. I was working with pizza for half a year. So I just want to add that. Them some of my jobs too.